Hey everybody, Oko here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. So we're starting our day off here in southern Sandoria in the past. So we're gonna begin by talking to Rongelout and Distal. You would waste my time with such claptrap. Do you take me for a fool? Forgive me, Captain, sir, but eyewitness accounts had grown too numerous to disregard. Despite my own skepticism, I judged it best you were informed. The occurrences have stirred disquiet among even the Cardinal Stags, most seasoned veterans, to say naught of fresh recruits. Utterly absurd. You expect me to believe that Count Orchiat has returned from the dead? I shall personally set straight any cowards in my ranks found clattering teeth at ghost stories. Oh, it's you, Oko. You see that the discussed matter is kept private, lest you provoke unwarranted alarm among our men. Dismissed. Sir. Oko, you were present for the bulk of that exchange, yes? The Cardinal Stags are instrumental in the Allied campaign against Castle Zal. It would serve us ill to have them falling prey to their own minds. Make haste to Zarkabard, Oko, to the Cardinal Stags' encampment. Dubious rumors aside, I would know the soundness of their morale. Alright, so let's go to Zarkabard in the past then. Wait! I'm not the enemy. It's me, Bistolo. Phew! For a moment, the vision of my body lying broken within the wreck of this war machine flashed before my eyes. If I might ask, Oko, what errand brings you so deep within the heart of enemy territory? So the rumor of Count Orchiat's sighting has already reached the kingdom. For now, I suggest we rejoin the others. Follow me. According to the map, this should be the right direction. What? We've been going in circles, you say? The nondescript terrain has you confused, surely. The elaborate controls of this war machine keep me from navigating effectively. So, if you would care to take the lead, Oko, I shall be trailing close behind. You possess a map of Zarkabard, I trust. The Cardinal Stag encampment lies at the tapering western edge of the area. Alright, so here we are. Sort of the zigzaggy area we go to get up to the Castle Zal. And I believe the area we want to find is right on this bottom level here. Looking at my map, we're looking for a backfilled pit. Should be right down here. We've got a lot of cutscenes to go through today. Should be around here soon. Aha. There it is. Alright, so here's the backfilled pit, which is right at the bottom of the cliff. Right down here. Ah. We've arrived, Oko. Hello. Look, Bistolo has returned. Bistolo, what took you so long? We've all been sick with worry. My apologies. My patrolling was delayed by a lump of snow that had found its way into a vital part of the war machine's propulsion mechanism. It gives me heart to see you here, Oko. Jeremus, my lord, brief Oko fully on the present situation. At once, my lord. This may not be news to you, but there have been sightings in these parts of a man bearing an uncanny resemblance to the recently departed Count Orshiat. The first sighting was reported some days ago, followed by many more. As word spread among the knights, those known to have been most loyal to the late Count grew increasingly restless. Paying no heed to the young Count's orders, they struck out in the midst of a snowstorm in search of their former commander. None have been seen since. Our numbers diminished as they are. We've been able to do little save send forth undermanned search parties, all the while praying that no ill has befallen those gone missing. The timing of your appearance is most opportune indeed. Jeremus, we shall conduct the search with Oko's assistance. Bistolo, Oko, and I shall sweep the southern stretch of Zarkapart. Rahal and Cyrenus, join Jeremus and his team and focus your search on the western region. Yes, sir. Understood. Let us be off. May the goddess guide our way. We've yet to comb through this area. How shall we tackle this, Saxima? Let us split up and search for signs of the men. Mind you don't wander too far away, and report back to this location afterwards. My lord, Engrand, in sweet Altana's name, what befell you? Forgive me, my lord. The men, your father, he... Be strong, man. Engrand. Father? Father, wait. Where did he go? Father! Father! Oko, you saw him too, right? That was no phantom, no figment of my imagination. What's this here? A map of Battaglia Downs? Could Father have dropped this before he vanished? It's been marked. Why, I know this place. "'Tis where that hideous, misshapen creature resides, but what business could Father have at such a foreboding place?" "Oko, I must go there. I know not what awaits, but I must discover the truth. In the meantime, you must take word of this back to Bistolo and the others. Make all haste, Oko." Welcome back, Oko. Did your search effort bear any fruit? What? Eximo's father appeared before your very eyes? I had been leaning towards skepticism, so to hear the rumor confirmed by you, Oko, is dizzying, to say the least. One question plagues me, though, however. Why does the Count avoid us, if he truly lives still? For what purpose does he keep his distance? Until we find the answers to this riddle, we should proceed with all caution. Oko, you had best pursue Eximo. I shall take word of this unsettling development to Lieutenant Cavernous and request reinforcements. The ghastly creature, the Cavernous Maw, located at Battaglia Downs, is where Eximo is headed, correct? My eyes tell me you're made of flesh and blood. But is it truly you, Father? Eximo, how it warms the heart to see you again. Your father has cheated death's voracious jaws. Come, my son and heir. Come with me, and together let us journey to a future untouched by strife and suffering. What? Journey to the future? You're making no sense, Father. 'Tis possible if we wield the power of the Cavernous Maw. We but require the presence of a single man, the one in whom you place your trust. The man? Oko? A future where strife and suffering can reach us not. Do you mean to say that we might live together in peace once more? If you speak the truth, there are few things my heart desires more. But what would become of the cardinal stags? Why does your heart waver, Eximo? Is it not your wish that we be reunited? No, this isn't right. You entrusted the ring to me, and with it, the care of House Orchiat. My duty here is far from over. I cannot turn away from responsibility for the sake of my own happiness. Your craven ways wear on me. Enough of this wretched trickery. If you so desire my life, come, take it from me face to face. Fangmonger Zogbog? Gahahaha! Wahaha! Tell me, little rabbit, do you truly believe that your father had returned from the grave? If I might recall you to... Father, wait! Oh, you do slay me. I'll never fall for your foul machinations, Zogbog. Not in 1,000 years. No father of mine would ever serve his own interests at the expense of his loved ones. Had father truly come back to life, he would have charged into battle at the first beat of his heart. Never would he dream of turning a blade upon his own. Now, you will tell me where you've taken my men. Your men? Why, the welfare of the dead shouldn't concern the living, my young count. Fiend. You're long overdue, Oko. An unexpected guest, have we? Fortunately, experience has taught me well to be ever prepared to entertain. Behold, before you stands a technological marvel, born from the brilliant mind of the genius orc engineer, Master Mechclog. Its magnificence betrays not a hint of its humble origin, as a mannequin found discarded at the Fanat Channel, lovingly brought to life through myriad magics. It truly is a testament to the unsurpassed ingenuity of the orcish race. Unforgivable. For your desecration of father's memory with this abomination, in the name of House Orshiat, I swear I shall have your head this day. Tisk tisk. Ever given to bravado, I see, but heroic words do not a hero make. I shan't intrude on your touching family reunion. Feel free to take as long as you need, I insist. Warlock. What? Grah. Be at the ready, Oko. Dance with me, my son. Alright, so I think we will bring our party together now. Now we're ready for battle. So we'll click once again on the fresh... Where is it? Fresh snow melt. There it is. Dance with me, my son. Alright, so it spawns. There he is. Menesh me. And young Eximel joins us for this battle as well. So we got both Eximels. There we are. What a sight. Alright, let's see how we do here. Shouldn't be too hard. It's quite a team we have. So far so good. Using my Excalibur, getting some good use out of it. Alright. Just about ready for... I guess we could try. Let's just try this. Took off a good chunk. He's gonna be gone soon. I could have waited for it to get to 2,000, but it was going pretty slow. He's almost gone. Alright. Good job, team. Alright. Alright, so he's gone, so then we once again click on the fresh snow melt. Grrr. A sorry technological marvel that was. Ooh-ah? And you were so tantalizingly close to victory. Cavernous, over yonder. That there. The Count, Eximel. So the cavalry arrives. How insufferably trite. Stay where you are. Take one more step and I'll snap this little rabbit's neck. Zogbog, you devious fiend. Oh, you children do smother me with praise. But let's not stand on ceremony. Oko, Heed well my demands, or your play friend's life is forfeit. Take me back to the future, nay, the present, rather. Aho! Judging from that telltale reaction, it appears I've surmised correctly. I know you can travel freely between eras, by way of these cavernous maws. It might interest you to learn that I, too, have come to the past in the same manner. But that's where our similarities end, for unlike you, I have no means of returning whence I came. Oko, no! You mustn't give in to his demands. You speak out of turn, hostage. As a matter of fact, hostages have no turn to speak. Your choice is remarkably simple, Oko. Refuse my request, and your feisty friend here will have his neck bent beyond repair. Even a half-wit would know the correct answer. Give in to his demands, so that XML will be alright. It's reacting. Oh, I see now. That feather you possess acts as a key to activating the portals. I shall be taking that off your hands, and be kindly reminded that none is permitted to move a single ilm. And be kindly reminded that none is permitted to move a single ilm. Another rabbit! Curses! Zogbog! Whoa. They vanished. Examil, Rahal, Oko. Oko. How fare you, Oko? I've scoured the vicinity for the others, but they're nowhere to be seen. The accursed cavernous maw has turned into stone. Was it because of that blinding flash of light? Even the landscape seems to have undergone a change of sorts. Whatever could be the explanation for all this? Oh, and Oko? I believe this belongs to you. I managed to retrieve it in the midst of the scuffle. Lord Examal and Oko, I presume. And you are? I am Bostelet, an engineer in the service of the Knights of the Iron Ram. 'Tis both an honor and delight to make your acquaintance. An engineer of the Iron Rams? Then you must know Bistolo. Truly, I have that pleasure, for it was at Bistolo's behest that I come here to entreat your aid. Bistolo sent you, you say? How fare my comrades? Are they unharmed? On this subject, too, Bistolo wished it conveyed that you may rest assured your friends are safe and well. That knowledge puts my mind at ease. You have my thanks. Now, regarding the matter of aid, what would you have us do? We humbly beseech your assistance in a forthcoming strategy. If you would agree to help us, please accompany me to Yugner Forest, where my unit's base of operation has been established. We shall brief you regarding the details upon arrival. Oh, it nigh escaped my mind. Oko, Bistolo bade me give this to you. A belated token of gratitude for your assistance 20 years prior. I'm made to understand. 20 years prior? She's an odd one, that Bostelet. And we get a Darksteel sheet. And I believe that's it for that cutscene. Yes, okay. So, can we still use those? It looks like we can. Anyway. Alright, so they mentioned the Yugner Forest, so that's where we're going to be heading to next. Tell me, Oko. Are there ever times when you wish you could change the past? Truly? Then that is one more facet in which we too are alike. That question must have seemed rather out of the blue. The words Zogbog spoke, you see, of being able to travel between eras. They recalled to mind a fateful time in my past. 'Twas early in the war, shortly before Sandoria came under siege by the Bloodwing Horde. What? Another expedition? Aye. My unit departs on the morrow. We're not like to step on kingdom soil for some time. But you promised you'd be here with us to celebrate Mother's birthday next week. Take this, Exenmile. I charge you with your mother's care in my absence. Promise me you'll keep her safe until my return. Father. Shortly thereafter, Hell came to Sandoria in the form of Dogvideg and his Bloodwig horde. The orcs soon breached the city walls, leaving death and destruction in their wakes. Mother! You'll not touch a single strand of her hair on her head! Mother. No! I failed to uphold my promise. Never before had I felt so powerless. Racked with shame and grief, I sought escape the only way I knew how. I cast the blame on my father. Time and again I convinced myself that the fault lay with him, that he abandoned Mother in her time of need. Looking back now, I was naught but a pathetic coward who hid from the pain with a veil of anger. Were I given a chance to alter the past, I would protect Mother and make good my promise to Father. Ye gods, this wishy-washy prattle fair makes my ears bleed. A spooky weakling such as you couldn't hope to change history, as well try to stop the setting of the sun. Who said that? Show yourself this instant. Father? But... hadn't we already defeated that mannequin? No, wait. This one is different than before. Reveal your true identity, you abomination. Tisk tisk. Is this how children these days show respect to their elders? With the sharp end of a blade and a tongue to match? Elder or no, I heard what you called me, a weakling, and a spoony one besides. I'll not tolerate it. Aye, such I did call you, and you'd best learn to tolerate the truth. Nay, embrace it. if 'tis truly your desire to grow strong enough to bring about change. Now listen well, boy. Your stance besqueaks solid groundwork, but the quivering tip of your blade betrays a lack of resolve. Have I illustrated my point, boy? You don indecisiveness as if it were a suit of armor, one that does not but weigh you down. You must learn to cast it aside. Commander Maximil. You're late, Bostelet. I hope your tardiness means you've something to show for it. Have you secured the extra hands we require? Certainly, sir. The two standing before you. What? The Mooney pair here? If they're Mooney as you say, then affirmative, sir. If you would accompany me to base camp, I shall brief you regarding the details of the strategy. Bostelet, wait. Boy, I shall tutor you on swordsmanship, from the fundamentals and the application thereof, to martial strategy and the strengthening of mental resilience. All these things I shall pour unto you from my fount of knowledge. Huh? I don't recall enlisting you as my tutor, thank you very much. Besides, I'll have you know that I've advanced beyond the need for further. Mind your insolence! If you wish to grow out of your own shadow as a swordsman, you will accept my offer of tutelage and be thankful. Now come. Father? Bostelet, you may go on ahead. I shall join you at the engineer's encampment after my business here is done. Let's leave those two to settle their differences, shall we? This place seems awfully familiar. Have we circled back to where we began? How positively odd. According to the map, this should be the right direction. I've gotten us lost, you say? Well, I never. I suppose you've never in your life taken a wrong turn when immersed in thought. If it would put finis on your grumbling, please be my guest and lead the way. You possess a map of the area, I trust. The encampment is a short ways northeast of the entrance to the Lethine Plateau. Mind you don't get us lost. That's what we're going to be doing, is another fetch quest. So first we'll get on our mount, and then we'll figure out where we're going. So the first place we want to go here it's at F9G9. So it's way down, yeah, it's way down this way. So I'll meet you guys right around in this area. Alright, so we're right in the area we're looking for. We're going to ride the line between G9 and F9. Now we're looking for a metallic hodgepodge. So let's see here. A little further down. There it is. Right up there. Alright, so we're right about there. Ah, we've arrived, Oko. Hello? Chief Bostelet. Eagerly have we awaited your return. Be this the person whom you've recruited to assist us? Affirmative. The aid he has volunteered shall prove pivotal to the strategy. Well met, good sir. My name is Pinois, and I have the honor of serving under Chief Engineer Bostelet. Likewise, for I, Fronsund. Jolly good to have you on board. Sir, but moments ago, word arrived from our Gelspa-based operative. Fangmonger Zogbog has resurfaced at the Orcish stronghold. So, after an extended absence, but we, the Iron Ram engineers, shall be as a spanner. Allow me to explain the situation, Oko. Some time ago, it came to light that the orcs were conducting arcane research on powerful magic statues for use in warfare in the deepest interior of Fort Gelspa. These constructs have been in development behind closed doors for the past 2 decades, and our intelligence operatives have brought alarming reports that their unveiling is nigh. There was no telling the destructive potential of the statues, but this much is certain. They must not be given the chance to wreak havoc upon the kingdom. Masterminding the development is Zogbog, whom we believe seeks to exact revenge for the Orcish defeat in the Crystal War. With the Royal Knight General's endorsement, we've devised a covert strategy to infiltrate the enemy's lair and destroy the statues before they can be used against us. The gravity of our mission is such that numerous safeguards have been employed to ensure the orcs are kept ignorant of our plan. Even so, Chief, I fail to see the need for all involved to call each other by code names. Thus far, it has proven to be a royal pain when communicating with fellow strategy members. A valid concern, soldier. If you find not unpleasant the idea of joining the hapless souls who met with foul play during the Great War, then by all means wear your identity on your sleeve. Remarkably well put, sir. Mayhap a little inconvenience would not kill me after all. Literally. It gladdens me to see that you understand. Now then, the hour of reckoning draws nigh. Has the commander not yet arrived? If you seek Commander Maximil, he was seen striking for Gelspa with a young lad in tow. Far be it from me to spread gossip, but I never imagined the commander had the time to rear a child, let alone take a woman to wife. Ah, yes, hefting matching swords and wearing identical frowns. They were indeed a heartwarming sight to behold. Ho ho ho! Verily, there is far more to our fearless leader than meets the eye. Now, without further ado, Oko, pray make for Gelspa and rejoin the commander and his young companion. There you will rendezvous with our operative and be furnished with additional information. I must needs see to the unit's final preparations, but shall be on my way presently. Yarg! Huh. Huh. No, 'twas no better than your last effort. What in the world? Do you mean? How can there have been any indecision in that? You mask it with blind aggression, but these eyes will not be tricked. Like the fool who tries to swim clad in armor, your movements are encumbered by indecision still. Listen to me, boy. No man can undo his past. Every man gladly clings on to his joys and successes. But as a ship raises anchor, that it might sail towards the horizon, so too must a man bear the weight of his failures, if he would move forward. I shall share with you a pearl of wisdom. He who would toast with victory's sweetest nectar must first partake of defeat's bitterest victuals. These are the words of my erstwhile teacher. Huh? Why foul your mouth with something bitter? That makes not a whit of sense. In time, you will come to understand. For now, stay focused on the enemy. You're the adventurer from before? Forgive me my introspection, but your resemblance to an acquaintance of decades past evokes within me memories of bygone days. All right, who's next? Indecisive, am I? Yarg! Stop, hold your chocobos! A marginal improvement. Blarg, huh? Not an orc? That was uncalled for. I know that voice. Be strong, man. Intelligence operative. I Herant. Reporting, sir. Laherant. Reporting, sir. So, the dauntless agent who had infiltrated the den of orcs was you all along. Altana's breath. 'Tis good to see you alive, if somewhat the worse for wear. No need for concern, sir. The internal injuries sustained from that fell blow are already on the mend. More importantly, I come bearing intelligence on the latest orcish activities. As breathing triggers some discomfort still. I'd be most obliged if you could lean closer. This is magnificent. Magnificent beyond words. So this is the fruit of 20 years of labor. Master Zogbog. No see you long time. Ye gods, Mekglog, how you've aged. Though 2 decades would do this to any orc, to be sure. Well, pleased am I with your dedication, and trusting the blueprints to you was a decision most wise. 20 years pass already? Me very enjoy work, so no feel like 20 year. God, dependable as ever. I see. Now, tell me, is it operational? Right, now me inject magic, Master Zogbog. It be ready soon. Me want to show Master Zogbog something else. This way, please, come. Do my eyes play at mischief? Dare I hope that before me stands a mighty legion, ready to carry out my bidding. You like Master Zogbog? Me already finish inject magic, so they ready to move. But beyond my wildest dreams, with these miracles of science at my disposal, history shall be at my mercy. And that concludes my report. Wait, you mentioned seeing an elven child being held captive. Tell me what he looked like. Regrettably, the dimness revealed little to me of the lad's appearance. I did, however, take note of the sword which lay at his side. 'Twas a finely forged blade of fiery red steel, doubtless worth good coin. I suspect the lad is highborn. A friend of yours, I gather. Would that I could have extracted the lad, but the orc standing sentry made the task quite impossible. Oko, the fault is mine that he's been taken. We must rescue him. Our I've not given you leave, boy. Your training isn't complete. Curses, he stands not a chance on his own. Laurent, take word to Bostelet. We shall proceed the main force in infiltrating the enemy's lair. Surely you jest. You're but a few, and the statues are powerful and many. There's no helping it. Insolent as he may be, we cannot stand idly by while the boy rushes headlong into grave peril. Now go, Laurent. Very well. Sir, before I leave, I must give you this orcish infiltration kit. It should allow you to escape the enemy's notice when you steal into the caverns. 'Tis designed for single use, but spares can be obtained from the covert communications chest, should the need arise. Please take all care, sir. I shall fly like the wind back to base camp. What? An elven child on the loose? Causing mayhem in Gelspa, you say? Eczema, I'll wager. Mekglog. Ready the statues for immediate deployment. If you mean small one, they already ready, Master Zogbog. No, not only those. I would see the crowning glory of my legion christened in battle. Huh? Master Zogbog, me not finish inject magic into big one, and many trial to run. The enemy is but one scrawny elven boy, plus what other vermin crawls out of the woodwork. This shall serve perfectly as the final test run before I send forth my legion to conquer the past. But Master Zogbog, enough! You will do as I say. Yes, Master Zogbog. Haha, the moment of our showdown is come, Mexenmao. By the honor of my fallen clan, I swear I shall have satisfaction of you this day. Alright, we obtained an orcish infiltration kit. So now we want to... we want to go to the Yugot Grotto. So we're actually gonna want to go back and then go through Fort Gelspa. And I believe that connects to the Yugot Grotto. Oh, there it is. Alright, so here's the scrape marks right here on the bottom. This little tip. Let's take off our invisibility. Alright, so scrape marks. Show yourself, Zogbog. I've come to retrieve Rahal. You will return him to me this instant. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of a young elven. No skulking about the shadows today, Zogbog. Highly unusual for a habitual coward such as you. Ha! Spare me the mockery. The predator has no need to cower from prey. Feast your eyes upon the unequaled majesty of my minions. What are these monstrosities? They are the Fongmonger Stone Legion, the juggernaut that shall run rampant over all of Vanadil. Into the past I shall send them, to wrest power from the weakened grips of men and beastmen both, as they wage war and bleed each other dry. In time, the name of the Fangmonger clan shall come to be feared the world over, and then my ascension to the Orcish throne shall be complete. For old time's sake, my young nemesis, I shall make you an offer most generous. You shan't find it wanting. Lay to rest your hostility towards me, and join my cause. Bend your knee to me, accept me as your liege lord, and I shall make you a general among my armies. Your presumption that I might betray my own is the greatest affront, Zogbog. Steel yourself for grave disappointment, for your vile ambition shall soon be reduced to piles of rubble. I find your lack of foresight disturbing, little rabbit. You shall come to regret spurning a place in the new Orcish Empire. Boy. Huh. More guests, and right on cue. The time for talk is ended. Come, face your doom, Exenmal. Oko! Awaken, my loyal minions. Commander, a veritable den of adders. It shall be all we can do to keep them at bay until Bastelet arrives with reinforcements. And boy, think not for a moment that being here excuses you from lessons. Surely, your environs more conducive to learning. Surely their environs. Go forth, Fangmonger's Stone Legion. Go forth and annihilate those who would oppose my will! Lesson number 67. Not ventured, not gained. Hold fast to your objective, and charge! Yarg! That brings us to the Everbloom Hollow. Alright, so we have another boss battle here. I think we have to fight a bunch of those statues, so just go after those and then probably go after Zogbog afterwards. But before we take a step, call all of our trusts. Let's go with lots of Elven and our usual Paratarutaro for magic, Shantoto and Apuru. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna attack them all. Tombstone. Let's just go after these guys. Hopefully. Yeah, and then there's the big one. Let's see how we do here. We got one already, it looks like. Let's go after the little ones first. We got Maximil, I think, joining us, don't we? So we kind of have two Examils with us right now. Yeah, Maximil, and we have our Trust Examil. We got lots of firepower here. Alright, we're just about down to the last small one, I think. Here we are. Let's go after the big guy now. Fangmonger, Colossus. And I'll even use one of those. Oh, he's got lots of hit points. Alright. Check my magic and see how's Maximil doing. Good. I thought Examil, like young Examil, was going to be here as well. Somebody out in the distance there. I see an orc. Alright, let's do some buffs. Warcry. The Rampart will hopefully offset Berserk. He's almost dead. Let's do another Savage Blade. Done. Look, Bastelet is here as a robot. Oh, that was Zogbog in the background. No! How could this be? 2 decades of painstaking labor undone in a single confrontation! Mechglog. Do something, or my entire legion is finished! Easy say, difficult do, Master Zogbog. Right in the nick of time. Bastelet. We shall have words regarding your definition of nick of time before the day is through. Damn it! Move, I say! Move, you worthless piece of junk! Ah, vex me to the very end, will you? It's resumed functioning? Huh? Something's amiss. Uh-oh. This not good. Statue go out of control. Well, what strange spell is this that the Colossus incants? Mechlock, explain to me what's happening. Huh? Whither did that machine-loving misfit vanish? Damn him thrice over. Master Zogbog, me so sorry. Self-destruct device, me fit is active. Explosion happen soon. What? By Bakgadek's backside. Who placed an order for such a hazardous feature? Me forget meat over cookfire. Me go now, Master Zogbog. Don't you dare abandon me, disloyal, self-preserving wretch. Commander, if that orc speaks true, we haven't a moment to lose. Why do you linger? Hurry and escape, lest the explosion claim us all. Are you certain, boy, that your friend is being held hereabouts? Past certain, I must neutralize the explosion and save him. Let me remind you, no guarantee exists that we will succeed and escape with our own lives. Even should I knowingly face impossible odds, I cannot leave a friend at the mercy of death. A man must be prepared to bear all of life's burdens if he wishes to move forward. These are your own words. Aptly said, boy. Very well. I shall stand beside you in this. Consider this your chance to put to practice all you've learned. Let the final examination commence. Confound it! The means of fulfilling my ambition all spent. With me, boy. Yarg! Stop, damn you! Did he do it? Ha! He's passed out from the exertion. Rest easy, boy. You've passed the exam with flying colors. Will these two be all right? They've fallen into a slumber of exhaustion, but have taken no permanent harm as far as I can see. Ah, Commander, I discovered this ring by the cavern entrance. The fine craftsmanship bespeaks great worth, and I thought you should see it. By the goddess, I had thought it forever lost. This ring disappeared from my possession sometime during the expedition to Razoa. Such a journey it must have made to find its way back here. I must say, gazing at the children puts me in mind of our own childhood. Decked out in their sword and armor, with the orcish war machine standing guard over them, all of this seems to add to the vividness of my recollections. In that sentiment, you are not alone. I, for one, could bask for eternity in the warmth of this moment. But duty calls. I shall see the children return safely to Battaglia Downs. Please join me at your earliest convenience, Oko. You shall find me by the statue where first we met. Shall I accompany you? I alone should suffice for this simple task, Commander. Might I suggest you take word of our success back to the kingdom, and pay visit to Lady Altenia, too, if you've a mind. Ahem. You may take your leave of us, soldier. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Father. Hither, Oko. I give you my thanks. It was in no small part due to you that today's strategy was a success. It shall be my great pleasure to convey every inspiring detail of your exploits to General Rahal. The two children are still sound asleep. Such was the arduousness of today's events. Please safely return them whence they came. What? You would know my true identity? Firstly, that information is highly classified. Secondly, I would remind you that 'tis unseemly to press for an answer one already knows. Now, before the opportunity escapes me, please accept this small token of my gratitude. And if I might prevail upon you for one last favor, please see this to the hands of young Bistolo. My people await my return. I fear this is where we must part, Oko. Until such time as fate brings us together again, fare you well. Looked like someone else snuck through there, it looked like. Came with us. That's probably Zogbog. Ah, they're back. My lord, Rahal, Oko. Are you all right? Has anyone come to harm? Examal, Rahal, wake up! Yar! Have at you, Zogbog. Where's the statues? Did we prevent the explosion? And that man who was the spitting image of Father. I fear the Count has taken a knock on the head. Be steady, Captain Rahal. Was I asleep that entire time? Was it all but a dream? Oko, I suspect you can fill in the blanks on their behalf. What? You've brought Bostelet's journal to me? A moment, Oko. How came you by my birth name? Besides, my family, none is supposed to have this knowledge. I was a sickly infant, you see, and spent the better part of my early years abed. In their ardent desire to see me grow strong, mother and father took to calling me Bistolo, a boy's name. So she was in there all the time, I knew it. Oko, this journal. The pieces are falling into place now. Simple words of thanks shall not suffice to express my gratitude. I promise to repay your kindness someday. Jeremus, the missing men, Zogbog said that they were... Rest easy, my lord. They've been found and rescued from a nearby cave, alive if a touch ruffled from their long captivity. You've freed me from much torment. Thank you, Jeremus. Truly, no captain could hope for a more dependable deputy. My lord, words of praise become you not, but you do me great honor. XML, you've dared to foil me yet again. My soul shall know no peace until I wring the life out of you with my bare hands. Send Zogbog flying with a blistering punch. Ugh. Ow, 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 that smarts. Ugh, that Oko. However did that little runt XML enlist such a powerful ally? This bodes ill for my chances. Gadzooks, what is this nonsense I speak? The stresses of time travel have addled my mind, is all. I am the predator, not prey. When next we meet, XML, such pain I shall visit upon you. You shall beg me to... I was merely engaging in some fanciful musing, my lord. Harmless, really. No need to overreact. Ah! 'Tis time we rejoin the allies at the Valdonian front, my lord. Let us secure victory in the name of Altana, and thence make our return to Sandoria. Attend me, one and all. I would speak to you of my plans after we accomplish our immediate objectives. Even should we emerge triumphant in the war, my intent is not to return to Sandoria. We shall instead press onward and traverse the northern seas to Razoa, to the Orcish homeland. Eximo? My lord, do you mean what you say? The Orcish Empire lies further, beyond all imagining, Eximo. Years shall pass before you're able to return home. Well have I considered that, Cavernous. Yet I cannot sleep soundly at the knowledge that maniacal orcs, the likes of Zogbog and Dogvideg, thrive there in the tens of thousands. 'Tis only a matter of time before their bloodlust drives them to our shores. Left unchecked, ever would Sandoria, nay, the whole of Vanadil, tremble in the shadow of this threat. We, the Cardinal Stags, shall take the battle to the enemy, and be as the plague to them. Coast to coast, we shall make the orcs know the selfsame terror they visited upon our people. Before we can do so, however, we must first put a swift end to the war that rages upon our own soil. I'm speechless, my lord. Your forefathers are surely gazing down from the heavens at this very moment, eyes brimming with pride. There is no greater honor for me than to serve House Orchiat. Even should our destination be the very bowels of hell, I shall willingly follow my lord unto my dying breath. And I as well, to the bitter end. Exenmil, that you had been planning such a thing, I can scarce conceal my astonishment. I hadn't intended to astonish, I assure you. Can I count on you all joining us then? This would mean the reformation of our unit. As much as I burn for it, 'tis not yet our time. We've much growing to do yet before we earn the right to fight by your side. But this I promise you, One day I shall be worthy to lead my own knights. When the day comes when we can lead our units shoulder to shoulder into battle, be it Razoa, Olbuka, or even beyond, ever ready shall I stand to answer the call of your war horn. Then we shall fight beside one another as brothers once more. Aye. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Something like that. Thus does this chapter of your adventures with the young Griffins draw to a close. Their tale, however, would continue for long after the Crystal War's end. Exenmal led his cardinal stags northward across the seas to strike at the Orcish homeland. Rahal returned to Sandoria and strove to climb to the highest echelons of the Royal Knights. Cyrenius sought the power of the dragon, that he might quell the torment of Mashagu's something. Mashagu's death. Yearning to explore his potential, Roland embarked on a grueling journey of self-discovery. And Bistelo's talents found a place to blossom within the ranks of the Iron Ram engineers. The chosen path of each young griffin would be fraught with myriad hardships. But come what may, the memories of the triumphs and tragedies they tested with you beside them shall forever stand tall as their beacon of strength. A guiding light that burns as brilliantly as the stars in the night sky. Alright, we did receive a griffin wing, a griffin ring. For that, let's take a quick look at that. Reduces enemy critical hit rate. I'll probably end up selling that. Okay, so now... now we're gonna head back to Southern Sandoria in the past and talk to a few people there. Alright, so here we are back at Southern Sandoria in the past. Let's see what's going on at the Lion Spring. Oko. Where have you been all this time? Without you around, I was wandering aimlessly like a stray kitten. A lost soul. Yeah. Whatever you do, didn't really answer in time. Ever since we lost Lilithette, I've traversed the land, observing the changes that have come to pass, bearing witness. Come with me, Oko. There's something I need you to see. Show and tell. Look yonder. De twelfth. I want to see those legs higher, touching the skies. Stop! For the love of the goddess, stop! Whatever am I supposed to do with you? Must I remind you all of something so basic as the 3 tenets of Mayakov? The grace of a flight of a swans. The vigor of 1,000 tigers. Growl. And last, but certainly not least, the charm of he for whom this dance troupe is named. Listen well. With the absence of Portia, the moon-fade butterfly, the 3 of you must step up to fill her shoes. The audience expects naught but the best from us, and I do not intend to disappoint. As you are now, however, you will thoroughly besmirch our illustrious reputation. Forgive us, Mr. Mayakov. We promise to give our very best. That inspirational monologue I trust you heard. Were paying attention? The Moonshade Butterfly is supposed to be Lilithette, not Portia. The daughter, not the mother. It's as though the poor girl no longer exists, has been wiped from reality. There can be no doubt as to the cause of this, the reason why. It all started that day when Lilithette was reduced to so many glowing memory orbs and devoured by Atomos, swallowed whole. Who goeth there?
Getting an eyeful of my girth, weren't you? Undressing them in your sinful mind. Don't even think to deny it. I shan't suffer trespassers. Especially not during rehearsal. Gindaf.
No, it's a misunderstanding. Look, Oko here is on your side, a friend.
You presume to say that I, Alexei Mayakov, dancer extraordinaire, would befriend any cad off the street? Utterly absurd! So this despicable gawper and his idiot beastman accomplice the door. Meow, what did you call me? Think twice before you throw your faces here again. Eh. Meow wow wow.
I hate to say this, Oko, but even our existence is under threat, in jeopardy. The future looks grimmer than ever. Dark clouds gather. Look up at the sky, if you would. Tilt back your head. The comet grows ever larger. Every second brings it nearer. It's only a matter of time before the fair future whence you came is consumed, forever lost. Then all that remains will be a reality of conflict and strife, a world enveloped in darkness. Together, you and Lilith formed the wings of the goddess. But now the champions of the dawn are incomplete, missing a piece. Poor, poor Lilith. Is this truly the end? Checkmate? Will we all fade away into nothingness? The will of all Tana, along with us? The goddess's wish unfulfilled? We can't give up. You have the right to it, Oko. As long as we still exist, we must cling to hope. Keep up the fight. That the children of Altana have proven so resilient in the face of adversity delights me to no end and presses the whiskers off me. Now then, deep in the Northlands, the war rages on, the outcome yet undecided. I propose we head there and see how the struggle unfolds, reassesses the situation. Even though only one champion of the Dawn remains to Altana, there may yet be a way to set the world to rights. Win back the future. By the fading light, the brighter future continues to fade even as the Crystal War rages on. The warring factions oblivious to the greater scheme of things. With a path ahead unapparent, Kate Sith proposes that you head to Zarkabard to observe how the struggle unfolds. Okay, before we move on to Zarkabard in the past, there's a few things I want to just quickly do. We can get a few items, a few more trusts I want to quickly just pick up. One of the ones which we could have gotten a long time ago, I suppose, is one from a guy named Iron Eater? Yeah, Iron Eater. I'm sure we've talked to him before, but I suppose we just needed to talk to him one more time to pick up his trust. So let's see if we can find him. Really? I'm not seeing him here. Iron Eater. Hungry Wolf. No, he's not here. Oh, he's in the upper part. He's in the presidential building. So there he is, right ahead. Iron Eater. Oh-ho! You have brought along a Bastock trust permit. This can only mean one thing. You wish to try the ritual with me? Naji and Ayame have been blustering all about it for weeks. It's fun. You should try it. Volker, for his part, has remained largely silent, but his gaze weighs heavy on my shoulders. I cannot help but think, is there a need for every mithril musketeer down to a man to participate? And what, if it proves more sinister than it seems at first glance? It could bring down our entire group. Therefore, as the second in command, I felt it was my duty to refrain. But now, with the others on my case, it is time for me to search for an appropriate partner. You suggest that I try it with one of those three? Have you not heard a single word I have said? I am completely fed up with them. It would be a 100-fold less painful if it were with someone like you. So, shall we try this? Yes. Excellent. Now, how should we proceed? Obviously, there must be a bit of trust involved. I suppose friendship would not hurt either. Trust. When I ruminate upon friendship, one episode in particular comes to mind. When you helped me renew my ties with Raugrim and Didog. With that out of the way, I suppose the time is nigh. Allow me to lend you my services, so that we may shelter the meek from the ills of this world. This is my wish as well, Oko. I know Vanadil is safe in your capable hands. Alright, and we learned the trust Iron Eater. Alright, now we're going to... that was the missing component we needed to trigger another little bonus. So we're going to head over to the Rulud Gardens, and we're going to be looking for Jamal. And there's Iron Eater at the very bottom there of our list of trusts. Yep, could have got him a long time ago. Looks like he is a greatsword wielder. Alright, so all the way in the back here, in this little room, tucked away here amongst the Mughals, in the Archduke's house. We'll find Jamal. Now that we have all of the trusts, now that we have Naji, Ayame, Volker, Iron Eater, Exenmil, Sorella, Tryon, Kupipi, Nanamigo, Ajido, Murajido, and Shantoto, we can talk to Jamal now and get a little present. I was sure poring over these annals of history would be enough. Oh, do my eyes deceive me, or are you a trust initiate? Are you an initiate? What are you doing? Well, there was the one gentlewoman who claims to have called forth an alter ego all by herself. Could you imagine what this means for our research? We may be on the verge of an incredible breakthrough. Rumors say that intimate knowledge of the person she was trying to summon was sufficient to complete the ritual. So here I am, researching, trying to replicate her success with a historical figure. But it's no good. Without the bonds, we just can't do it. The closest we've come is to craft ciphers, magical parchments, that concentrate energies from a third party into physical forms. But that's the rub. It still requires those bonds in the first place. But someday, Where are my manners? You didn't come here to hear a stuffy scholar's ramblings. And just look at you. Fascinating. Yes, your aura. I've done it again, haven't I? 1,000 pardons. I asked if you were part of the Trust Initiative. But you are so much more than that. Take this bundle of half-inscribed scrolls as a gift from the Institute. It's a cipher crafted from the very process I spoke of earlier. The emotions of separate individuals converted into magical energy. Extraordinary, wouldn't you agree? Calling forth an alter ego with the thoughts of a third party. It's all very experimental, so I make no promises as to the efficacy of such a scroll. It's all we can do to keep the energies from collapsing in on themselves. Unlike a traditional scroll, these ciphers cannot be recited by anyone with a passing level of literacy. They require the assistance of certain institute staff located in major cities throughout Vanadil. Still, I promise the journey will be worth it, for you and for us. Bonds cannot be served like a hot knife cutting through Selbina butter. The key is whether or not the strengths of the bonds creators are enough to survive transcription. If there's someone who you feel a strong connection with, what can it hurt to ask them for their cooperation? You'll never know until you try. All right, we received a bundle of half-inscribed scrolls. Now that will let us receive a whole bunch of trusts from past Vanadil. So let's just quickly go through and do those now. Alright, so there's actually 2 that we can get. The first one is here. We want to, there's 4 in total that you can get, but you have to do the Windurst and Bastock sections of these Wings of the Goddess expansions. We're doing sort of a Sendorian path. Whoops, oh, I went the wrong way. Darn it. I gotta go back. Alright, there it is. I'm looking for this person, Shanine. So, this is one of the people we can talk to, and I don't think we've ever talked to this person before. Hopefully they have something new to say to us. So there we are. Kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. In this area of the Battaglia Downs, in the past. We'll find Shanine, now that we have our little roll of scrolls, half-inscribed scrolls. Pitter-patter, well, a big howdy-wowdy to you. You mean my face doesn't ring a bell well? I'm Shanine, esteemed younger sister of a certain famous wandering scholar. Murana Kurina taught me everything that I know, and trust me, it's a lot, so I decided to head off for greener pastures. And being a freelancer, well, it's not my spottaroo of tea. You'd have to ask him about that. He might be contentaroo to sit on the sidelines, but not me. I'm a rebel, always in search of perfection. But don't mistake me for being cocky-walkie. I've been that way ever since I was little. But I make sure my travels can help him out. I'm always widening him with new ideas. Ah, why, just look at the sparkle-warkle about you. There's something about you that was positively shining-whining. What's this? A bundle of half-inscribed scrolls, is it? I know quite a bit about the world, but this? Thing sure makes my head spinny win. Ask after whom? Rhinamard. Rhinamard, oh boy, the story worries my brother could tell you about him. Quite a pleasantaroo man with a lovely family, especially the daughter of his. A shame his wife passed away because, boy, she was something else. So he had to hire a wetaroo nurse for their child since, well, there are some things a man just can't do. And of course, the hired help requires more than just gratitude. So he got a couple job wobs on the side, including mercenary and detective work. Wow, what a tragic tale. Look, my eyes have gone all puffy-wuffy. All this and you'll never find a more pious man anywhere in the Three Nation Wations. Where fate can't save him, Altana surely will. But the churches in Sandoria bear him no love. How sad. Rhinomard has his troubles, just like any of us. But if he were by your side, you'd have naught to fear we're. He's an understanding, generous man. I know he would be honored that you even thought to seek his help. Ooh, your bundle of half-inscribed scrolls. It's literu, brighter than a torch. Uh-oh, maybe I'm too clever for my own good and touched something I shouldn't have. I'll give it back to you before I do any more damage. Alright, we got a cipher of Rhinomard's alter ego. There's one more that we can do. Since we've done the Sandorian route on these missions, these quests, we can do the Sandorian one, which is in Sandoria in the past. So, let's go talk to Roland. Alright, so now that we have our scrolls, half-inscribed scrolls, we can also talk to Roland here in southern Sandoria past. We should get a different little cutscene now. "'Tis good to see your face, Oko. We have been waiting for a missive from our former captain, Exenmel. Have you heard aught?" "I see. So then we are both equally in the dark. I can only hope that naught has befallen him in Razoa. It would be wholly unlike him to be bested with ease." "You are right, of course. Ever true the old phrase. No news is good news. Truth be told, my worries lie with Captain Rahal." "Oko, perchance you have stumbled upon him? As captain of the Swiftwing Griffins, his days are long and his nights yet longer. He leads new recruits onto the field of battle nearly each day, aiming to inspire them by vanquishing what remains of the orcs. Regardless of the glory, honor, and fame he earns for himself, he aspires to become more. We beg him to repose, to let others handle this task, yet he refuses to listen to us, you, on the other hand. It comes as no surprise that Rahal would take nary a moment to rest." "Exenmel! Is that truly you?" "Bistolo, Roland, and Oko, I trust the three of you fare well and continue to grow each day. And you, too, have shot up in height. But what on Vanadil has brought you back? The struggle against the orcs is ceaseless, but our efforts have finally borne fruit. We succeeded in toppling one of their main fortresses. I was tasked with delivering a report to His Majesty, as well as cobbling together a regiment of fresh reinforcements. Jeremus remains ever the bother, so freeing myself from his shackles was somewhat of a boon. I would, however, be weaving an untruth were I to say that my trek across the Ulugaran range was so simple. But seeing you all has lightened my heart and given wings to my spirit. Your words are far too kind. And news of your victory pleases us further still. Striking at the heart of the enemy and drawing blood bodes well for us. I only hope that it buys us some measure of respite. We left men on the highest caliber to secure the front, but I am afraid we cannot rest on our laurels. A counterattack is surely on the horizon. But enough tales of victory. You say that Rahal is causing you some consternation? Far be it from him to listen to me or to any of our elders, but I realize now that we cannot be tethered to what we once were. Would you not agree, Oko? We become strong to protect what we hold dear, yet with each passing moment our responsibilities grow in number. This is a sign of maturity. Exenmel? What? What is the meaning of this? Tell me, Oko. I am your alter ego, Exenmel. Something similar to you, but not wholly the same, representing who you are before you are fully an adult. But how is such a thing? Is this some form of new magic? Never in my few years have I heard of such. Wait, this presents an opportunity most golden. Could Exenmel's alter ego talk some sense into Rahal? Relant, your perspicacity when facing the unknown has taken me by pleasant surprise. Exenmel, your approval means more than I could possibly express. Men, word has reached me that Exenmel has... But by the goddess, there are two of them! My eyes deceive me not. I had wondered if I had been beset by vertigo. Perhaps I should take a rest. Captain? Rahal? This has certainly taken a turn for the unexpected. Yet, somehow, all is well in the end, and we learned to trust XMLS. So there we are. Just wanted to kind of take care of those little quests real quick, and with that, we've received 3 new trusts. Iron Eater, Raynamard, and XML's young version. Alright, now back onto the story. So, we're going to be heading now to Zarkabard in the past, as Kate Sith has told us to do. How goes the war effort, I wonder? Or rather, where has everyone disappeared to? Whither have they vanished? The goddess have mercy. So much death, such devastation. Oko, look. There are still survivors among the Allied forces. Those yet among the living. Those not fit to march shall remain here. The rest of you, take up your arms and fall in. We go to bolster the ambuscade. Who are they? Attend! I am Lady Lilith, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces of Vanadil. Supreme Commander of what? Some splinter faction of the Beastmen Confederate? We know not who you are, but our forces are in the midst of battle. If you do not stand down, we shall strike you down as foemen. My dear pitiful general, infirm and feeble, yet still seeking to cling to the reins with wasted hands. It's a wonder your rabble army hasn't already thrown you off its back. What did you say? So clouded have your eyes become, you couldn't recognize the truth even when it was thrust in front of you. You dare mock me to my face? I dare much more than you dream, General. You are an old done man who has long outlived his usefulness. This you proved when you spurned my father's sage counsel, instead choosing a path of certain destruction for your people. Prattle all you wish, woman. None present have ears to lend to this rot. Hear me well, good soldiers. Your faith in this man is ill-placed. Follow him if you would throw away your lives to no end. I am Vanadil's chosen leader and custodian. From a distant future have I come to set the world on its rightful path. Recall to your minds the words of Régalis B. Boulemont, the day you cast him out in disgrace. Your kind cannot hope to defeat the Shadow Lord. Your mortal flesh cannot possess such strength as would overcome darkness. You think to weaken our resolve with your venomous tongue. If it is your desire to survive the future of chaos that awaits, I counsel you to choose a stronger, wiser leader. I counsel you to follow me, Pledge unto me your undying loyalty, and I shall deliver you to a future of everlasting glory.
Ooh.
Your name, young man. Who, me? None else, my dear. I have the honor of being Sir Honrenaud, a knight sworn to serve the kingdom of Sandoria. Tell me true, are you prepared to sacrifice all for your cause? Even if your flesh becomes spent and your soul consumed, will you fight on? That goes without saying. Even should I be the last man left standing, never shall I yield to the enemy. Then I trust you shan't balk at bearing the yoke of immortality. Be still now. That's a good night. This power surging from within, it's magnificent. And here I thought we had something. How truly disappointing. Honrenaud, why, you vile witch! What? I shall say it but once more. Pledge unto me your undying loyalty, and the gift and burden of immortality. The might to oppose the Shadow Lord shall be yours. Know, though, that only those with body and mind, forged of the strongest steel, can house the power of gods, like he who once counted himself among you. No, this can't be. Sir Regalis? Be this some sick jest? Regalis, do my eyes deceive me? Let it be proclaimed to all corners of the world, to men and beastmen alike, Lady Lilith, Vanadil's great leader and custodian, is come. Bearing the quenchless flames of Asgarth, I shall be the fiery beacon that illuminates the one true path. O mighty Atomos, fearsome distorter of time, we, the rightful heirs to the future, bid you grant us our inheritance. Forge for us a reality untainted by the malefic will of Altana, a world where man is master of his own destiny. I am partial to the strong. Those who deem themselves worthy of a place in my dominion are most welcome to seek me out. Tell me, Larzos, why do I still sense the presence of that wretched feline and its companion? Beg pardons, milady, but the cat has proven quite elusive. They have been forced onto the precipice and are nigh depleted of options. It ought not prove difficult to anticipate their next move. Go forth and lie in wait, and crush them when next they're fool enough to show themselves, as milady commands. Our prospects are bleak beyond all reckoning, chin deep in mud. Lilith continues to gain ground in the struggle, gathers impetus. For a child of Altana to relinquish his soul to darkness is unthinkable, unimaginable. There must be some way for us to forestall Lilith's plan, foil her ambition. Think with me, Oko. Let's see, give up and live out our days in peace, add our sword arms to the allied forces. I'm afraid that won't avail us against the vast armies of the Shadow Lord. make next to no difference. Give up and live out our days in peace. That a champion of the dawn could make such a suggestion is atrocious, beneath contempt. That wasn't my first choice, but now we have a third option here. Find and bring back Lillicet. Find and bring back Lillicet? Could such a thing be possible? Can it be done? I dare not raise my hopes. I was present, after all, when Atomos made a meal of Lillicet, bore witness to the tragedy. But if we were to take that, and then used it like so... Oko, you truly are a rare genius, unappreciated in your own time. Given the urgency of our plight, we have no choice but to take the issue straight to the source, the Chocobo's mouth. The Avatar, who presides over time, that is Atomos. Oko, do you recall the first time you traveled to this world? Your maiden voyage here? There was a place where your essence first brushed against the threshold of reality, the gateway to the past. I trust you've already figured out whither we must go, our next destination. We make for the Cavernous Maw, Oko, to retrieve Lillicet. Rescue the girl! Alright, here we are. Back at the Battaglia Downs. Let's check out the Cavernous Maw. The vines covering the Cavernous Maw shudder violently. Oko is engulfed by the Cavernous Maw. Well, here we are. Mind that you conduct yourself appropriately, Oko. Acquit yourself well. O fearsome distorter of time, Atomos, we humbly beseech your succor. A bit of help? Unless the situation takes a turn for the better, the brighter future shall forever be lost, be given to the darkness. It is the divine will of Altana that this evil does not befall the world. Must avert in the goddess's name. As the one-winged bird knows not the skies, incomplete the champions of the dawn can ill uphold the will of Altana. We know that all too well, are painfully aware. That's why we've come here, to recover the goddess's lost wing. You deemed Lillicet's existence dispensable, and so disposed of her memories, consumed them to the last orb. But we need those memories restored. We want Lillicet back. We implore you, Atomos, return the poor girl to us. Show pity. The memories of the young girl Atomos indeed consumed. So where is Lillicet now? You must apprise us of her whereabouts. Reveal her location. All memories deemed dispensable are deposited here, the Walk of Echoes. Then here is where we should look? Conduct the search? Given the walk's vastness, this may prove to be a time-consuming task. Take a considerable while. Found ye at long last. Spite Wardens! Watch out! Take cover! Bah! Oko, you must track down Lilith's memories. Find them all. It's the only way to preserve the future. Stay the encroaching darkness. Memories of the girl have been scattered. Upon them the pure white feathers born. Go forth, faithful child of Altana. Find that which you seek. Infinite paths converge upon a single reality. None can decide the future. No man, no god. Farewell, champion of the dawn. When the Harbinger cometh, the champions of the dawn shall descend. With wings divine, in radiance blessed, the eternal night is end. Tear of the goddess, Kate Sith. In this child you have found a worthy champion. Grrrr. There's a bit of shopping we want to do just to pick up some things before we get going on the next little quest, which is collecting memories of Lilith, I believe. But first I want to see if we can buy something here. I want to buy a Philosopher's Stone. They go for about 9 to 10,000. Let's see if we can get one for 8. Any luck? No. Let's try 9. And we got it for 9. Okay, so, and then down here we want, whoops, from our favorite little girl here that sells flowers, we're going to buy another lilac. We just bought one from her just a little while ago. We're going to need another. From her, yeah, Debbie, Jadjo, whatever it was. One more lilac. Philosopher's Stone and a lilac. A few other things we need to buy while we're here. Let's go to Lower Juno. We're here in the Tenshodo. Yeah, I think this is where... So we want to buy some ingredients here from the Tenshodo and Lower Juno. We want... Well, I'll know it when I see it. Yeah, here we need rice vinegar. We need holy basil. And we need ground wasabi. Alright, I'm just gonna take one of each for now, if at least I know where we can get them. But there's all the items we need. Ground wasabi, holy basil, rice vinegar, lilac, and a philosopher's stone. Hey guys, haven't been here in a while. It's so cozy. So nice and cozy down here. Yeah, we want to talk to Imora here in southern Sandoria, present. Yeah, I remember her. We've talked to her before.
Hello, young man. What brings ye to my humble abode? After a drought to fix up a cough, mayhap? Eh? You're seeking a fiery-haired lass called Lilithette? Who happens to be Sir Regalis's daughter, no less?
Those be strange words ye speak, and would that they could be made reality.
But folk hereabouts know all too well that Sir Regalis and Lady Portia never had children.
A couple painted in heaven they were. Yet fate didn't deem it fit to bless them with the joys of parenthood. One can only imagine the little angels that might have brought forth into the world. Why, the mere thought makes me wistful beyond words. And ye must forgive me, this old woman's mind is wont to wander on occasion. Going back to your question, I'm afraid no little set has come by here. A friend of yours suffers from an affliction similar to Sir Regalis? And it be your wish to see him healed?
Back in the day, a simple brew to relieve the pain was all I had to offer. But medicine is a living.
Ever-evolving science. Mayhap the years have seen the discovery of a cure.
I've been told there's a physician in Juneau, a learned young man. Might be he can assist you.
Alright, so here we are in Upper Juneau. We want to go to the infirmary. I have to remember where it is. Is this it? No? I think it's here. Yeah. We want to talk to Monborough. I think he's right in here. Greetings, good sir. What ails you this day? A spirited lass of Hume and Elven heritage, crowned with fiery red hair? I fear I've not had the pleasure of her acquaintance. I assure you, I'd not soon forget a meeting with such an intriguing lady. Sir Regalis? Ah, yes. As great a knight as there ever was. 'Twas not long after the war that he came to Juneau seeking treatment. Alas, the duchy had been reduced to a ruin and wanted for facilities. I was but a child back then, interned to this infirmary, but it pained me still that naught could be done to save Sir Regalis. What? You wish to cure a friend of the same affliction as ailed Sir Regalis? Much time has passed since the war's end, 'tis true, yet modern medicine is no closer to finding a cure for that malady. No other cases were known to exist, you see, and research on the condition had stalled before it even began. A supposition has, however, crossed my mind a number of times. What if this affliction weren't a simple illness of the flesh, as first thought, but something spawned of sorcery, a curse, as it were? Should any knowledge exist pertaining to it, I would stake that it can be found at the Optistery in Windurst. Countless tomes, veritable gold mines of knowledge, are said to have survived the fires of war. I'd love not more than to pore through them with mine own eyes, but for my responsibilities, which keep me here in the duchy. Let's go to North Windurst Waters then, and go to the Optistery. Yeah, we're right by the Optistery. Let's see. It's right on the map, right next to us. So it is on our right. Here we are, Optistery. We're going to come in here. And we are going to look for a library book. It's over here somewhere. It's not revealing itself to me. I'm in the wrong section, I think. The Optistery is in two parts. This is the wrong part. Yeah, we want to be over here, I think. Alright, so this is the right place. So we're going to be over here. And we're look, here's the books. Yeah, library book. The title reads The Complete Compendium of Curses. A page corner has been folded over. Curses, and the defense and treatment thereof. Ye take ye a philosopher's stone unto a spring favored by Pix kind. Immerse it of a night in the pure cleansing waters. Thus doth the philosopher's stone assume counter-curse properties. Ground the resultant ingredient into a fine powder, from which an infusion can be prepared for the afflicted. From which an infusion can be prepared for the afflicted. The instructions continue. Be ye fairly warned. Curses are manifold and complex in nature. Ergo, this remedy may prove fruitless against certain strains of the affliction. Okay, so now that we got that information, we're going to go to Grauberg in the past, of all places. We are going to be... God, how are we supposed to know this? And we're going to be looking for a bundle of Fey Blossoms. This is just incredibly crazy. Really? Ah, wow. Okay, that's what we're doing. Alright, so we want to go to this area here, the Witchfire Glen. Okay, so we're just approaching the Witchfire Glen now. I've never been to this area as far as I can remember. Let's see what we got in here. I don't know how you're supposed to know how to do this on your own, like without a guide. This is a pretty obscure location we have to all of a sudden come with this Philosopher's Stone, but let's just see what happens here. Apparently there's some special flowers, some lilies that grow here. There's pixies. That's one of the requirements, I believe. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, so what are we looking for here? We want to be at F5. Alright. Oh, here's one of those crystals. Yeah, but this isn't what we're looking for. What we're looking for are some Fey Blossoms. Oh, I saw it. There they are. Alright. Alright, so here we are. Here are some Fey Blossoms. So what we need to do is trade that Philosopher's Stone for these. Oh my god, this would be a miracle if this actually works. I can't believe it. How are you supposed to know that? Who knows? Oh my god. Anyway, here we are. You immerse the Philosopher's Stone in the spring. Alright, so we have to wait for the next Vanadil day. And we have to zone out and then come back in, I believe. Vertical complex. Nothing happens when we click on it. Okay, yeah. Oh well, we'll have to come all that way again. It took a while to get here from the survival guide. That's the survival guide, and we went all the way around here to here. So I'll just come back here on the next day, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so while we're waiting for the Philosopher's Stone to do its magic in the flowers, we're going to enter Battaglia Downs from Yugner Forest. Hurry, Portia, this way. Lisette, it's bad enough that we skip lessons, but to come all the way to Juneau without Mr. Mayakov's leave? Sheesh, are you still going on about that? Doesn't it bother you that something unsavory might develop between those two? Well, Of course it bothers you. And that's why we're doing this. Come on, we're almost there. Ah, Lilithset, wait! Alright, so this, I believe, is the Bulwark Gate right in front of us here in the Soderman Champagne Pass. Alright, so we'll click on the Bulwark Gate. Oh, it's you. I see you're without your companion today. No, wait, as I recall, you always traveled alone, but never mind that. The Allied forces continues its desperate struggle in the Northlands. Only the Knights of the Red Rose remain garrisoned here. You are free to proceed, should you have business with them. You partook in Operation Snowstorm, did you not? That such a promising strategy should fail so spectacularly was a grave disappointment to us all. And to none more so than Sir Noirlurie. Though she'll not admit to it, Sir Regalis's dismissal came as a personal blow. Yet the war rages on, concerning itself not with matters of the heart. 'Tis all we can do to stay focused on our objectives. This is Shamin. Over. 'Tis I, Noirlurie. I require that a batch of material rice balls be brought to Battaglia Downs, post-haste. They shall be delivered at once, sir. 'Tis highly uncharacteristic of the captain not to strike out amply supplied. Truly, the matter of Sir Regalis must weigh heavily upon her mind. We, the Knights of the Red Rose, never leave base without the rich balls, you see. 'Twould be no exaggeration to call them the beating heart of our rations. The key ingredient, a specialty prepared hot relish, puts a raging fire in one's belly, granting the resilience of 1,000 thorned roses. This recalls to my mind the time Captain Noirlurie first sent for additional rice balls earlier in the war. Upon my arrival at the encampment, however, she vehemently insisted she had made no such request. She sent me back to base, but not before reprimanding me for my indiscretion, with enough choice words to gag a gobu. There'll not be a repeat of that episode, surely. Now then, where did I put that relish? Curses! Of all the times to be exhausted of our supply. Loath as I am to ask this of you, we urgently require a pot of martial relish. In the Vunkerl Inlet there resides a goblin named Letterbox. Bring her a bottle of rice vinegar, a jar of ground wasabi, and a sprig of holy basil, and she will concoct the relish for you. Do make all haste. I shall remain here to prepare the rice balls in the meantime. Okay, we're close. We're in Vunkerl Inlet, right around this area here. Took us a while to get here from the survival guide, but luckily the mount helps. It makes it much faster. So, we want to go to J6. Which I guess is probably through these gates. Let's see. We're looking for... Yeah, we're looking for that letterbox guy. Let's see if he shows up here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so he's through these gates. I can't get through the gates on the mount, so... Alright. Don't know if we've ever talked to this guy before, but here's a guy. Letterbox. The Gigas worship their champions. Mimus is one of the strongest Gigas. You make him mad, he'll twist your head off clean. Whatever. If we trade this guy the ingredients that we were talking about earlier to make the relish, that was holy basil, rice vinegar, and... Must be up here. Yeah, ground wasabi. What's that? You want Leda here to fix you up a pot of martial relish? Alrighty then. You wait here like a good little boy. It'll be ready in a jiffy. The item I requested, is it ready? The voicelator, you mean. But of course, Leda never misses a deadline, you know. With this little gizmo in hand. Eh? Did I make a voicelator, you ask? For a red-headed lass who answers to the name Lillicet? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Leda's a goblin in high demand, you know. I got so many customers, it's hard to remember them all. Add a pinch of this if you're having a good time, and a dash of that if you know that you feel fine. Gobies to the front, and simmer down. It's ready and worth the wait, no doubt. Take it, and clear some space for my other customers. Alright, and we received the pot of martial relish. So now we want to go back, all the way back to the Bulwark Gate. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, here we are back at the Bulwark Gate. In Sorroman Champagne in the past. Oh, it's you. Ah, I see you've procured the requested pot of martial relish. You may proceed. The pot of martial relish. You have my gratitude. A goodly batch of rice balls stands ready to soak up the fiery goodness of the relish. Ahem. Testing. Chimene, do you read? Sir Noilori, how might I serve you? I require a batch of martial rice balls to be brought to Battalion Downs without delay. They shall be delivered at once, sir. Just as I planned. What? It was a girl named Lillicet, you claim, who requested the rice balls that first time? Now that you mention it, the captain's voice did strike me as odd that day, though such a thing isn't altogether unusual when communicating via link pearl, to be sure. Of this so-called Lillicet, however, I have no knowledge. I would know more of this prankster, but I must needs attend my captain. By your leave. Alright, so here we are in Rolandberry Fields, heading towards the bridge leading to Battalion Downs in the past, as you can see by the comet in the air. Grr. Had only our rations held out, these foul fiends would not harrow us so. Where is that Chimene? 'Tis long past time she arrived with the rice balls. It appears the beastmen have yet to pass through here. I would concur. Sir Regalis, pray forgive my forthrightness, but the moment seizes me, and I must speak my mind. Oft have I dreamed of the pleasure of your exclusive company. That we're on a peril-fraught mission serves only to stoke the fires of my... Ah, ha ha! Aye, 'tis a strange coincidence, is it not, that we should find ourselves utterly alone, with not a single underling in sight. Sir Regalis. Sir Nolori. Shaimin, what is the meaning of this at whose command are you here? I bring the batch of martial rice balls, as per your request, sir. As per my request, you say? What are our unit's words, pray tell? That would be, march not without martial rice balls, sir. Do you mean to imply, then, that I, of all people, have been remiss in keeping true to our most sacred motto? I would not dream of it, sir. It's just that but moments ago... Lilith, where have you gone? Lilith! Portia, is it truly you? Sir Regalis. But, my lady, why do I find you here? You see, Sir Northery, I've, brought the martial rice balls as bade, sir. You did request them, I hope. No mistake about it. I was under the impression, however, that they would arrive a deal sooner. At once, were the words you used, were they not? They were, sir. On account of your tardiness, the red roses were left with no recourse, but to fight the enemy on empty stomachs. Your peers shan't look kindly upon this. Do not doubt it. Forgive me, sir. Our supply of relish had been exhausted, and spare me your excuses. Be reminded that this isn't the first time you've vexed me in matters pertaining to rice balls. What manner of punishment would be apt to mend you of your chronic untimeliness? I wonder. Punishment? Mercy, Sir Northery. Alright, we obtained the key item, large memory fragment. Alright, so by now, our Philosopher's Stone should be done. Because it's been past a game day now, so that's what we'll do next. Follow up on that one. Okay, so here we are. Back up here in the Witchfire Glen area where we left our Philosopher's Stone. Somewhere around here was in one of these little side puddle ponds. Is it these ones? No. Aha! The Fey Blossoms, here it is. Yeah, right next to this vertical conflux here, which I don't seem to know what to do with that yet. Alright, here we go. An object beneath the surface gives off a faint shimmering light. Alright, we received a Face Stone. Alright, now we want to go to Southern Sandoria in the past. Alright, so here we are in Southern Sandoria in the past, and we want to talk to Rothstein. Now that we have that phase stone. Access beyond the Victory Gate is not permitted at this time. What have we here? Halt. Beyond here lies northern Sandoria and Chateau d'Orgueil, the residence of His Majesty's King Destin. The residence of His Majesty, King Destin. Only authorized personnel may enter. If you haven't business here, begone! I've brought medicine to give to Sir Regalis. Sir Regalis is in the midst of convalescence. I have strict orders to allow none to disturb his rest. But this medicine might well cure him of his illness. I beg of you, sir, please allow me to pass. Orders are orders. I must ask you to remove. What be the source of this commotion? For a moment I thought the pigmen had yet again breached our walls. Apologies, Sir Vestale. The lass here demands to see Sir Regalis, and is being most stubborn about it. Well, if it isn't young Lillicet, who so staunchly fought beside us in Laval. I had not imagined to have the pleasure again so soon. The pleasure is all mine, sir. This young lady happens to be a most dear friend of Sir Regalis. He would be all the better for her visit, I promise you. Allow her to pass, I say. As you will, sir. I've been told that Portia, too, has recently arrived to give comfort to our recuperating friend. 'Tis times like this I wish it were. Now, off you go then. 'Twould not do to make the poor man wait. You have my gratitude, sir. Sir Regalis. Lillicet, why, you're all flushed. Upon what storm did you ride to come here? Sir Regalis, please drink this. And what might this be, pray? It's an infusion, one that might heal your affliction. Please, sir, you must try it. If it please my lady, then I am powerless to do elsewise. How do you feel? Does the pain ail you still? Sir Regalis! I shall be fine. My thanks, Lillicet. The knowledge alone that your thoughts are with me lends me strength. Rest assured, a little scratch such as this shall not bedevil me long. Be not discouraged now. Together, we'll surely get through this trying time. Portia. What in the... As I was saying, only those with pertinent documentation may pass. That medicine, mayhap I can keep it in your stead? Sir Regalis, I fear, will be absent from the chateau for a time. Upon his return, however, I shall see that it is delivered to his hands. Alright, and we obtain another large memory fragment. The next step now, we got 2 more fragments to get, so the next one we're going to do is... starts in southern Sandoria present. Yeah, we want to enter southern Sandoria through East Ronfor. So I'll meet you guys there. The town brims with life like always. So little has changed over the years. I scarce had a moment for myself when last I visited. Everything felt like a blur. So today I think I shall treat myself to a leisurely stroll down memory lane. Alright, so that initiates the next fragments that we're looking for. So, the first person we're going to talk to is... We're going to go to talk to Halver in the Chateau d'Arguille. Alright, so we'll talk to Halver. He's busy today, but he'll always have time for us. Yes. Have you business with me? Ah, 'tis you. When last we conversed, you were searching for a certain Crystal War veteran. Were you able to find who you sought? You were? That is pleasing news indeed. More pleasing still to know that you can turn to him again, should the need arise. Your companion appears not to be with you today? Or have I confused you with another? Pray forgive me. Keeping vigil here day after day, my mind is wont to wander on occasion. Interesting. Okay, so that initiates that. So now we're going to go to Battaglia Downs, and we're going to inspect a weathered gravestone that's there, and it's right near one of the LDM Necropolis entrances. So I'll meet you guys there. Okay, so I just went to the survival guide at LDM Necropolis, and it's right where we want to be. We want to just go outside and on top of this little hill that this entrance is on. And that's where we are on the map, right down there in that bottom part. Let's go up here, and there's the weathered gravestone, and there we want to trade the lilac. Well, hello there. A pleasant surprise seeing you here again. Judging by that grim expression, something clearly troubles you. Why don't you get it all off your chest, whatever it is? Might be I can help some. Tell Larson everything. Yes. Go on then, I'm all ears. Sorry, lad, but all of that flew right over my head. Despite my years, I'm a simple man at heart. I fear all this talk of past and future is beyond my fathoming. Seems to me, though, that it boils down to simply this. Someone you hold dear is in terrible trouble, am I right? Well then, I'd say your path is crystal clear. You've got to do whatever it takes to rescue that person. What in blazes? Truth be told, I had given myself up for lost. Having mother taken away before my very eyes, returning to Sandoria only to be greeted by a father who didn't know me. All of it was simply too much to bear. But I had Oko and Kate Sith beside me. They were always there, ever willing to share my burden, and ever ready with a word to lift my spirits. That was when I realized I wasn't alone, that I had friends I could depend on, who would never abandon me in my hour of need. Together, we can overcome any adversity. Together, we'll defeat Lilith and protect our future and loved ones. Please watch over me, Father, Mother. I promise to make you proud. What the devil did I see just now? That was strange, but not unpleasant. Goes to show, the longer you live, the more you get to experience. I'm beginning to understand now, lad. Some parts are still sketchy, to be sure, but I believe I know what it is you're fighting to save. A winsome young lady with a will of steel. Gentle yet headstrong. She's often misunderstood by folk. Get to know her well, though, and you can't help but cherish her. I'm not sure why, but for a second there, I could have sworn it was a vision of Sir Regalis that I saw. Anyhow, seeing as you've got a dear friend to rescue, don't let me keep you. This old man here will be cheering you on from afar. Alright, so we got a tiny memory fragment from that, and we need to combine that with 2 others to make a regular-sized one. So that was the first one, and that was the only one I believe that requires an ingredient, the lilac. Now we used up all the items that we bought at, when we were at Juneau. Alright, so the next one, we're going to be heading to Northern Sandoria. Yeah, we're going to go to Northern Sandoria, and we're going to talk to Abbaye Leger. He's inside the cathedral. So I'll meet you guys there. Okay, so here's the cathedral. Now, we're looking for Abbaye Leger. I think he's the guy that's on the left. No, he's not. He's actually straight ahead. Let's see, where are you? I'm sure we've talked to this person before. Here he is, Abbaye Leger. Be this your first visit to the cathedral? All of Altana's children are welcome here. Pray excuse me, but I could not help but notice your interest in that man. His is a heart-rending tale. He seeks absolution for his callous treatment of a distraught young lady. As her name is unknown to him, he refers to her only as the red-haired maiden. Young man, nary a day passes by that you are not here, offering words of prayer. Surely such devotion shall not go unnoticed by the goddess. I sincerely wish that it were so, friar. Then I might have peace in my heart once more. I shall return to adding my prayers to those of others. May paradise open its gates to you. Alright, so we want to talk to that Bertinant. Is he up here still? No. Bertinant. Where's he gone to? He's way over on the western side. He's way up here by in the crafting area. Yeah. I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, so is that him up there? Yes, it is. So here we are. Around the Crafting Guild. That's what I meant to say before. Crafting Guild area. Bertinant. Aren't you the adventurer from the cathedral? You wish to know more of the maiden. It appears my sad exploits have attained notoriety far and wide. Very well. I have no reason to conceal this from you. On the contrary, I welcome it that more people would know me for the contemptible wretch that I am. What? That fair maiden is your friend? Please, you must tell me where I might find her. So not even you know of her whereabouts. I suppose there is no help for that. Allow me to recount my tale then, as promised. It all began the day past when I went to attend a sermon at the cathedral. That was when I first caught sight of her, as she stepped through the doors bathed in the radiant light of morn. Trite though this must sound, never before had I laid eyes upon such fairness. I still remember well the ornament that adorned her fiery hair. But above all, I remember the deep sorrow that was graven upon her face. To simply imagine the pain that racked her gentle heart sent a dagger sliding through mine own. The intensity of my emotions was such that I could not help but reach out to her. Beg pardon, my lady, if I might have a moment. Have we met? Breathe, Daniel, breathe. Something weighs heavily on your mind. That much is plain to see. I should be honored to share that burden, if it please you. 'Tis kind of you to offer, but I would not presume to prevail upon a stranger. No, I insist. If there is aught I might do to ease your pain, you need but ask. This is highly unusual for me, but since you insist... For true, you've no idea how much this means to me. To think that this vision of beauty would share with me her deepest hurts. I was above the moon with joy, that is, until she launched into her story. She claimed to be a champion of the dawn, possessed of the ability to travel to the past. Powerful enemies had come from an alternate reality, and she was battling against them to ensure the survival of our world. In the midst of the struggle, however, someone dear to her fell into enemy hands, and to compound matters, those who once cared for her lost all memory of her existence. I consider myself worldly and well-traveled, but naught could have prepared me for the words that spilled from her lips. At some point in time, I cannot say exactly when, the amusement turned into amusement, and I decided that all of it was a great big fairy tale. I found myself staring at her wide-eyed, nodding dutifully, as the events, each more fantastical and ridiculous than the last, were regaled to me in intricate detail. And then the guillotine fell. I did that which cannot be undone. Ha 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 ha! Hey, what's so funny? Mercy, my lady, but any more of this and my sides are like to burst. What? I don't believe this. You beg me to share my burden, and oblige you for what? To have you raise spittle on me with your laughter? Huh, that's right. It was all make-believe. That you derive such mirth from my tall tale made it worth the telling. I thank you for your precious time. Farewell, and uttermost take you. I must be either losing my mind or the biggest fool in the world to think it a good idea to pour my heart out to some boorish stranger. Uttermost what? But my lady, where are you going? On hindsight, the graveness with which she told her story ought to have been plain as day, even to this blind dolt. Whether or not there was truth to her words was immaterial. The point is, she believed the genuineness of her tale. As such, it was utterly tactless of me, cruel rather, to make light of her as I did. What I wouldn't give for a chance to see her again and beg forgiveness. You and I scarce know one another, but might I trouble you to tell me her name? The truth is, I've not been able to sleep at night for want of this knowledge. In light of the grievous wrong I did your friend, I would not be surprised if you were to begrudge me this favor. Yet I must ask that you take pity on me. Aye, the poor sod seems repentant, nay, yes. Of course we'll forgive. Lilithette, a beautiful name. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Having had this opportunity to talk to you, it feels as if the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders. May the goddess bless you thrice over, kind adventurer. Alright, so there's another tiny memory, and we just need one more. Alright, so we're going to go to the tavern here. The Rusty Anchor. And this is where we're going to find Thyroid. Or is it Tyride or something like that? That's probably how you say it. Where is he? Oh, he's the Bardman. Welcome. What'll it be? What's that? You wish to know if a red-haired girl has been here of late? Apologies, but I cannot assist you at present. The kitchen demands my undivided attention. Wait a moment. You're an adventurer, are you not? Truly, the goddess be praised. I have urgent need of your assistance. Hear me out, I beg you. I've invented a new bean dish, you see, and require that a sample of it be delivered to Amora, an elderly resident of southern Sandoria. She has been my nose and mouth ever since I swapped my fishing rod for a skillet. It's become a custom between us that I have her ply her senses on new cuisine I create. With that I could make the delivery myself, while it's still fresh and piping hot, but my customers have voracious appetites and must needs be fed. Should you do me this one favor, you can consider my aid at your disposal. Alright, so we got the key item, Tyride's bean creation. So now let's deliver it to Amora. We know where she is. We've dealt with her many times. So I'll meet you on over there at the western part of southern Sandoria. Alright, so here's Amora once again. Let's talk to her.
Hello, young man. What brings ye to my humble abode after a drought to fix up a cough, mayhap? What be the source of this mouth-watering aroma, pray? What have we here, eh? If my memory's not mistaken. Though, like as not, it is. I've never laid eyes on such cuisine. Ah, a new culinary creation of old Tyride's, is it? Why, I can't recall the last time he sent me a sample. Let's try a mouthful, shall we? My goodness, such a delectable harmony of flavors. Ah, brings back memories, it does. Back in the day, Tyride would oft rely on my taste buds. As I recall, it'd be myself and this other little girl who'd attend the tastings. Oh, that girl loved Tyride's bean dishes so. The way her eyes would sparkle as she fell upon each bowl never once failed to bring a smile to my face.
What she looked like, though, I can't seem to remember. Curse this failing memory. But I do ramble. Apologies, young man. I'm sure you've got better things to do than listen to a withered old woman's prattle. Thank ye for bringing the sample. Be sure to tell Tyride that his new dish is bound to be a sensation. You're back. I trust you had no difficulty making the delivery in good speed. And now, for good or ill, the moment of truth has come. What words did Amora have for me? Truly, naught is more heartening than a vote of confidence from her. I can now add the dish to my establishment's menu without reserve. Now then, I believe you had a request for me. By way of thanks, I shall do all in my power to assist you. You were searching for a friend, I believe. Describe her to me, and we shall see whether she has indeed been here. A girl born of human and elven parents, with hair kissed by fire. You've done me a great kindness, but I fear I may not be of much help in your quest. I could have sworn seeing who you describe, yet I can say neither when nor where that was. Mr. Tyride. Why, if it isn't dear little Lisette come to pay visit. Have you been keeping well, lass? But of course. Have you ever known me to keep unwell? Haha, it pleases me to hear that. It would please me even more, however, if you would be the first to taste my new bean dish. Truly? I've been outside all day, and am hungry enough to eat a chocobo. Ahaha! As milady commands, repast shall be served this instant. Voila! I give you my latest culinary invention. It's fresh off the cook fire, though, so do take care not to scald yourself. Wow, it looks so good. Over the lips and past the gums. Look out, tummy, here it comes. Bon appetit! I eagerly await your impression. Phew! Thanks for the meal, Mr. Thyroid. What is it? It wasn't very good this time, though. What did you say? You used a different salt, right? It's got too much edge and isn't so flattering on the beans. Who do you presume to be? To find fault with my cuisine? I feed you from my own hearth. Yet you have the gall to repay me with mockery? Away with you! Begone from my sight!
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Tyride.
It's coming back to me now. It feels like a lifetime ago when that little red-haired bitch criticized my cooking. She tore my fragile pride to shreds with her innocent words. In a fit of anger, I took leave of myself and chased the poor lass away. After she had fled, however, I mulled over her comments and found naught but truth in them. It was exactly as she had said regarding the seasoning. In retrospect, Many and more of my success stories, my better loved dishes, owe their existence to her. She was undeserving of my anger. It shames me still to think of my unseemly behavior that day. Come to think of it, there was another little girl even before then, one equally given to speaking her mind with regards to my cuisine. But age has taken its toll, I fear, and my memory is reluctant to divulge anything in full nowadays. I'm sorry I couldn't be of greater help in your quest, but I promise you, when next I invent a new dish, you shall be the first to sample its savory delights. We now got a large memory fragment for having those 3 tiny memory fragments combined. Alright, but there's one more large fragment that we need to collect. Alright, so here we are, entering southern Sandoria in the past, from East Ronfor in the past. The east entrance. Alright, so this is the area where we're going to find our 4th and final memory fragment. So we're looking for main... How do you say his name? Main Shalite. He should be around here somewhere. Surprised I can't see him, actually. Maybe he's in the Chocobo area. Let's see here. Main Chalet. There he is. Main Shalite. Yeah. Right over here. Alright, here he is. This is the guy we want to talk to. What? Has a girl named Lillisette come seeking induction into our ranks, you ask? Forgive me, my lady, but I fear exemptions cannot be extended, not even for the famous moonshade butterfly. Only those possessed of a red recommendation letter are permitted to undertake the initiation. There are no 2 ways to interpret this. Moreover, should something foul befall you in the course of... Who do you take me for, some helpless damsel? I'll have you know that this delicate darling of Troop Mayakov beat a dragon to a bloody pulp at Laval, and then laid waste to the Orcish forces at the Battle of Juno. If my credentials as a founding member of Future Fabulous alongside Oko don't satisfy your recruitment criteria by Amalm, then I honestly don't know what will. Oko? That's right, Oko of the Knights of the Iron Ram, one of your very own. Ah, yes, I recall now, although his induction into the Iron Rams was unconventional. He proved his steel beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unconventional? How do you mean? You must tell me more of how Oko joined your ranks. Where was I? Oh, right, a lass named Lillisette. I regret to say the name is not familiar to me. I should think I'd remember had a child come calling, wishing to play at war. So, they're after clues that'll shed light on the mystery. Lucky for me, I know Ron 4 like the back of my hand. In the name of investigative duo Future Fabulous, I shall lift the shroud off this riddle. So we just need to find 3 locations. Let's look at the map. So the first one is going to be at J7. So here we are at J7. There's a little inconspicuous, I don't know how, again, this is one of those things, I don't know how you're supposed to find this, but here's a little shrub in the middle of nowhere. Click on this. Countless crystal fragments lie scattered in the vicinity. The haphazard arrangement of these fragments is positively curious. It's as though a crystal had fallen from on high and smashed against the ground. Alright, so there's one. I'm going to be using my mount. This will be way faster. Alright, so the next one's at I8. Alright, I think this might be it here. Yeah. Alright, here's the second location. Right at the base of this waterfall. At I8. The torn sliver of an engraved brass plate lies here. O and S. And is that supposed to be E or F? Ah, it's no good. Unless the plate can be made whole again, we'll never know what was written. And the last one is at H8. Here's the fortification tower, I think. We want to be the northern side of the fortification tower. This looks like it might be it here. Nothing here. Oh, I saw it. Here it is, in this crater. You see a strangely shaped indentation on the ground. What a peculiar hole. More like a crater, actually. It's as though something long and flat had been lodged here. A board of some description, perhaps. One wrapped in some unknown material. Based on these findings, it can be conjectured that the mystery object is... I haven't the slightest inkling. Investigative work sure is a chore when you don't have an assistant on hand. A trusty sidekick who will traverse the world in search of clues, standing ever ready to answer your distress call. Well, a clue is a clue, no matter what they say. Time to take word of my discovery back to Sandoria. Now we are just going to head back and talk to Maws Chalet again. Here we are back at Maws Chalet. Main Chalet. That must be how you say it. I don't know. You've brought the clues we seek, you say. How shall I put this? Well, we are grateful for your help. The mystery has long been solved. Now we must ask you to kindly desist from any further involvement in this matter. What? All that work to no avail? Why, be this not the lovely Lilith of Troop Mayakov? Lost your way in our vast city, mayhap? I should be most glad to provide escort for milady, if it please her. Eyes front. Captain Rongelau. I absent myself not for a moment. Yet what do I return to find but mine own men slavering over a caparisoned filly? Pathetic, the whole sorry lot of you. If you've a yen to babysit children, I shall pack you off to join the swift-wing maggots. Apologies, Captain. It shan't happen again. Mainshalite. Is it your intent to turn the proud order of royal knights into a hive of maggots? Beg pardon, Captain? Hey, who are you calling a maggot? This knight has done no wrong. If you feel the urge to cast blame, know that I came here of my own accord. Well, well, don't we have a feisty one here? I shall allow that you have kick. For bereft of that, a soft, squirming maggot is useful for naught. What? I had credited you for showing backbone at the Battle of Juno, but it seems 'twas too high an evaluation for an invertebrate. Allow me to hazard a guess. You've come here seeking none other than Oko, correct? That's right, Oko and I formed the tag team duo Future Fabulous. I've sworn to watch out for him. You'd suggest that one of my battle-hardened soldiers requires the protection of an unweaned brat. The very notion offends me. Unweaned? Well, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. If you would prove yourself more than a suckling babe, capable of protecting yourself and others, I counsel you to do so with actions. You profess your desire to watch over Oko, but I say 'tis you who yearns for the security of his company. That is, unless you mean to say that Oko cannot be trusted to walk on his own 2 feet. I've had a bellyful of your contempt. Oko happens to be hard as nails, as you say. But I most certainly am no babe at the breast. Future Fabulous fights to protect the very future of the world. Hardly a task for namby-pambies. Ha! At the very least, it appears you lack not for conviction. You are free to do as you will. Know, though, that I shan't suffer your overwrought behavior upsetting my soldiers' morale. And that gives us the 4th and final large memory fragment. You have obtained all of Lilith's memory fragments. Make haste and report to Kate Sith. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Here we are in the Battalion Downs. Let's check out the Cavernous Maw here to get in contact with Kate Sith. The vines covering the Cavernous Maw shudder violently. Oko was engulfed by the Cavernous Maw. Oko! Were you able to procure the objects we sought, the items in question? So, these are Lilith's memories, her very essence. That blinding column of light Atomos just sent lancing down to the surface. It appears to have fallen in the vicinity of Grauberg. If this regal feline's not mistaken, my eyes saw true. Let's hasten there, Oko, and ascertain the nature of this phenomenon. Find out what's a paw. Well, here we are back in Grauberg, and we're back in that area where the pixies were, where we brought the Philosopher's Stone earlier. And now we want to go to that vertical conflux, and now we're going to be dealing with that. Alright, so we want to click on this vertical conflict, but one thing we want to make sure we do, for some reason, is we want to make sure that our weapons are unequipped. So I'll do, it doesn't say anything about shields, but I'll just do the shields as well. Alright, and now we will click on this vertical conflux right here. Greetings and salutations, children of Altana. Thou art most welcome to this sanctuary. A short time ago, a newborn soul was sent to us from the heavens above. Judging by thy concerned countenance, 'tis clear that she is known to thee. Pray follow me hither. A warm, gentle child, brimming with hope and promise. Is this Lillicet? Thy friend came to us, bearing wounds enough for a dozen lifetimes of torment. My kin and I have done all we can to heal her of her hurts, yet 'tis not enough. Her full recovery wanteth for one thing, the power of the future in which she believeth. You mean the brighter future whence she came? The place she calls home? When the time is ripe and all conditions are fulfilled, thy friend shall surely awaken. Conditions. Her future must needs be brought near, for only then will she be able to draw strength from it. Lillicet's future? I think I understand. Have an inkling. We have to settle the score. Put finis to our foes. So it is to the crossroads of reality and time that we must return. The Walk of Echoes. But as we are, we don't stand a chance, face insurmountable odds. The scales weigh heavily in favor of Lilith's faction, grossly lopsided. Consequently, the powers of those aligned with the dark future have burgeoned. Their might surges. Unless we can shift the scale back towards our reality, regain lost ground, we can't hope to fight our foe on even terms. But how? There's nary a thing left that we can do, fresh out of options. Oko, I've just remembered a most important errand. Urgent business. Will you be all right in my absence? On your lonesome? But I voice a redundant concern, worry needlessly. Knowing you for the resilient adventurer that you are, will you cope just fine? Will fare admirably? Isn't that right, Coping is my middle name. Even the dependable champion of the dawn, I see. Altana's chosen. Now then, we shall meet here again before long. Regroup. And thence, we shall secure a foothold in our future and awaken Lilithset. Restore equilibrium. Go assured, friends, for my kin and I shall keep vigil over the child in thine absence. Pray take all care. May fortune smile upon thee. That's going to be where we're going to leave things off right there. But in the next episode, we're going to be picking up right where we left off. We're just going to wait for the next game day to pass. Has to be past midnight before we can do anything else. But we're going to be meeting right here at the beginning of the next episode. I believe in the next episode, we're going to be delving more into the Walk of Echoes. It's going to be starting in the next episode. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the link below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Have a good one. Bye for now.